As I've said in videos before, one of my pet peeves is watching a supposedly informative video only to discover at the end that the person's trying to sell you something. So in this video, I want to be upfront right from the beginning and let you know that I'm talking about something that I am asking tuition for. As you know, I run Rewald University, and this has been I have an actual physical school, and it's been a one-on-one mentoring type of school up until now. And I love working one-on-one with people, but it's prohibitive in the sense that if I'm only going to work with one person for 11 months, I have to charge enough that my family can get by. And we're certainly not rich, but we make enough to to live. So with that in mind, all of the things that I offer, they come with a higher tuition price than I would like. Since I started the YouTube channel, I've been hearing from so many people that want to connect. They want to come out to the school, or very often they're writing to me with questions. I'm in high school, I'm really having trouble, I long to be out in nature, what can I do? And I get so many of these emails that I can't keep up anymore. Basically, I can work with a student, I can come back, try to answer my comments from YouTube, and then try to take on some of these emails. And it's getting to the point where, and this is going to break my heart, where I'm going to have people that are writing to me with heartfelt questions, asking for help, and I have to say I just don't have the time in my life. If I want to have a little bit of time with my family, I don't have the time or energy to write to every person. And that just, it feels wrong to me. I believe in being there for people as much as I can. So Rebecca and I have been putting our brains together, trying to figure out a way that we could alter what we do at Rewald U in order to reach more people. And we've come up with something that I'm really, really excited about. And I think it works well for everybody. It allows direct connection, and it brings tuitions down from way up here down to as little as $1 a month. It honors my time because it's in a community format, as I'll explain here. When I answer that question to that young man or young woman who's written about their experience in high school, other people can see it and can benefit and learn from it. And when that next person writes with a similar question, I can direct them to it. I'm calling it the Forest Monk Online Training Community. And I want it to be open to anybody that wants to become a forest monk. And what that means is that you are at a time in your life where you want to make some really powerful, positive changes in your mental state, your emotional state, your physical state. If you want to reconnect with nature, and I mean nature outside, and your inner nature, if you want to start exploring meditation, get your body strong, no longer find yourself pushed around by our culture, connect with your inner wisdom, then this might be for you. This community, mostly it's going to be online. If you join, there's 3 things that everybody gets, essentially, being part of this community. The one is I'm going to be doing a video training newsletter. So it's a once-a-month video that is just for members of this community, and it's gonna deal with things that maybe just aren't quite right for me to put up on the YouTube channel. For instance, a more in-depth instruction on a certain meditation that would end up being kind of a long video that wouldn't appeal to most people, but will be very applicable to people who have taken this dedicated approach to becoming a forest monk. I might bring the camera into the kitchen when Rebecca and I are making a particularly healthful, delicious meal that we cook often, so that you can see the recipe. Every month I'm going to try to have some really valuable content that also comes out of the forum, which I'll explain in a moment. So if people have been asking questions, and a lot of people have been really trying to figure out a way to stay in shape when they're restricted to kind of a small space, they live in apartments in the cities, then I might dedicate part of that training video to that. There's going to be an online forum, which is kind of the heart of the community. And every forest monk is a member of this forum. And I've arranged a pretty cool forum, I think, that has a lot of different subject areas. And from gear and camping types stuff, to meditation, to primal fitness, to spirituality. So if you're trying to shift your diet, you'll be able to go onto this forum, ask questions, and instead of me standing out here and just answering the questions of everybody else, I get to step into this forum and become part of you. And hopefully everybody's going to start speaking up and sharing their own wisdom, their own experiences. So with that example of the diet, what's worked for people, what hasn't, some really good recipes. That's what I'm looking for in this forum, is that we all come together and start sharing and supporting each other and inspiring each other. It's going to be a very friendly forum where people are really sharing a lot of good content. And the third thing is an annual Forest Monk gathering. And this is an actual physical gathering. And I'm not exactly sure where it will be held, somewhere here in Wisconsin, I think. And at first I'm just envisioning one a year, but it's the chipmunk over there. I want to provide a chance for people to come together physically. So we've gotten to know each other on the forum. Now we can come together and we can share our skills, share our passions, sit around campfire, tell stories, talk. And that physical gathering I'm really, really excited about. I'm running the community through Patreon, because Patreon is going to allow me to send out to members of the community at a leveled approach. So for instance, if you just want to pay $1 to $5 a month as a tuition, then at that level you'll be getting the video training newsletter, and you will be getting an invitation to that annual gathering, and you'll be part of the forum. And I'm creating levels all the way up to people having more direct interaction with me personally on a private level, if that's what some people want. So there's a great benefit to me in having things at a public level within the community, so it's still sort of private. But if people want more one-on-one private sort of interaction or mentoring, I still have that available through this training program. So this is it. It's the Forest Monk online training community. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it, as I said, because I'm hoping for more connection. There's so many of you that I feel like I almost know personally, but I want a place where we can interact besides on YouTube. And maybe even for those of you that can make it, a place where we can meet in person once a year, which would be incredible. It's also in this community, you're going to be hearing about the most up-to-date stuff going on at Rewild U. There's a possibility in the near future of a community forming, a physical, like living together community of some kind. New training options that are opening up, shorter term programs, and this will be the place to be really, really up to date with all that information. If you are interested in becoming a forest monk, please do make sure that you want to make this commitment. I'm aiming for a very cohesive, supportive community. So make sure that you're in that place in your life where you're not looking to criticize others. You're looking to look at yourself and find the places where you need to grow. And you need to look at things that are hard to look at. If you're ready to go into those places and to start exploring and making big changes, then check out the link. If you have annotations turned on, I should have a link that's available down here. Otherwise, at the end of this video, there'll be a written link if you don't have annotations turned on your YouTube channel. Thank you, my friends. I'm very, very excited about connecting more deeply through the Forest Monk community. We'll talk with you soon.